Welcome students. So, in this period we are going to study an important article from this chapter, that is the male reproductive system. Okay student. So, see here, this is the male reproductive system, and in the last period I had told you that male reproductive system, it is composed of three parts. First one is a pair of testes. So, here there is a pair of testes, different types of the accessory ducts are there, and here the third part is of the three types of the glands that are present in the male reproductive system. So, see here, first of all you will see about a pair of testes. Okay. So, see here, the testes, they are mesodermal in origin. Testes are oval in shape, they measure about 4 to 5 centimeter long, 2 to 3 centimeter wide. Okay. Now, the testes are located in a pouch. Actually, the pouch is made up of a skin, and that is called as scrotum. So, testes are located in a skin pouch, that is called as scrotum. So, here suppose here this is a skin pouch called as scrotum. Internally it is actually divided into two compartments, and each compartment contains a testis. So, there is a pair of testes located in a skin pouch called as scrotum. Okay students. Now, the important knowledge about the development of the testis. See here, the testis develops in the abdominal cavity during the early fetal life. फिटल लाईफ म्हणजे एम्ब्रियोचं रूपांतर फिटसमध्ये होतं असं तुम्हाला माहिती आहे. फिटस किंवा ज्याला आपण भ्रूण म्हणतो है ना. तर युटेरसमध्ये जेव्हा डेव्हलपमेंट होत असते फिटसची, तेव्हाच त्याच्या ॲबडॉमिनल कॅव्हिटीमध्ये, ॲबडॉमिनल कॅव्हिटी म्हणजे जो उदराचा भाग किंवा पोटाचा भाग आपण म्हणतो, त्या ॲबडॉमिनल कॅव्हिटीमध्येच टेस्टिस तयार झालेले असतात. कधी ड्युरिंग अर्ली म्हणजे सुरुवातीच्या विकासाच्या अवस्थेमध्येच. सो ड्युरिंग अर्ली फिटल लाईफ. But later on these testes they descend म्हणजे खाली येणे. they descend in the scrotal sac. आधी ते पोटाच्या भागात तयार होतात आणि नंतर त्या डिसेंड होतात, खाली येतात. कशामध्ये? स्किन पाउचमध्ये. कशाच्या द्वारे? थ्रू अ पॅसेज. त्या ज्या पॅसेजमधून त्या खाली येतात त्या पॅसेजला म्हटलेलं आहे इन्ग्युनल कॅनॉल. So, remember this word, important word, inguinal canal. So, inguinal canal is a passage through which the testes they descend into the scrotal sac. Okay student. So, this is about the testes. Now, see here, each testis actually, so see here, this is the diagram which shows LS of testis, that is longitudinal section of testis. Actually each testis here, it is having a protective covering, a protective layer, and that layer it is called as tunica albuginea. So, tunica albuginea, it is the layer which is protective, and it is made up of connective tissue. It is made up of connective tissue. Now, see here, outer to the tunica albuginea, outer to the tunica albuginea, the outer layer here, this is known as tunica vaginalis, and you can observe in the diagram it is not continuous, it is incomplete layer. So, this incomplete layer outer to the tunica albuginea, this is called as tunica vaginalis, and inner layer is there. So, inner to tunica albuginea, that inner layer is called as tunica vasculosa. लक्षात आलं. तो टेस्टिसचे 3 लेयर्स आहेत. सगळ्यात आतमध्ये असणारा ट्युनिका व्हास्क्युलोसा, सगळ्यात बाहेर असणारा ट्युनिका व्हॅजिनॅलिस, आणि जो मध्ये लेयर आहे, मेन लेयर जो कनेक्टिव्ह टिश्यूचा बनलेला आहे, त्याला म्हणायचं ट्युनिका अल्ब्युजिनिया. ओके. आणि ट्युनिका व्हास्क्युलोसा, नो डाऊट इट इज व्हास्क्युलर, मीन्स इट इज richly supplied with blood capillaries, so called as vasculosa. Okay, so now see here, internally actually each testis, due to the fibers of tunica albuginea, fibers of tunica albuginea, divide the testes into many compartments. See here in this diagram, the compartments which are known as lobules. So, this reddish color structure shown in the diagram, these are the compartments. No doubt these compartments, these are formed by the fibers of Tunica albuginea. So, near about 200 to 300 compartments they are present inside each testis. Okay. Now, inside that compartments or lobules, each compartment actually it contains 1 to 4 seminiferous tubules. Okay. So, each compartment contains 1 to 4 seminiferous tubules. Okay, students. In the last period I had told you about the accessory ducts. If you remember, see here students, a pair of testes and second part is accessory ducts. Okay. So, in accessory ducts these are the names. So, we will see what about rete testis, then vasa efferentia, epididymis, vas deferens, ejaculatory duct and urethra. So, remember all these are known as accessory ducts. Okay, student. Now, we will see first of all what is rete testis. See here in this diagram, just now I have told you that this is the inner portion of the testis having 200 to 300 compartments called as lobules, and each lobule contains 1 to 4 seminiferous tubules. Now, see here this name here, that is rete testis, the first accessory duct. How rete testis is formed? See here, all the seminiferous tubules present here in the lobules on the posterior surface. So, this is the posterior surface of the testis. On the posterior surface it forms a network, and that network of tubules म्हणजे आपण म्हणू नलिकेंचे जाळं तयार करते. So, this is the network of tubules, and this network of tubule is called as rete testis. So, you know word reticulum म्हणजे जाळी असणे, तर reticulum वरून rete testis आलेले. Okay. So, what is rete testis? The seminiferous tubules at the posterior surface of the testis, they forms a network of capillaries, and that network is called as rete testis. Now, see here, from this rete testis arises here, see here, here these tubules that arises from the rete testis, these are called as vasa efferentia. These are called as vasa efferentia. So, vasa efferentia, second type of accessory duct, arises from the rete testis. And what is the function of vasa efferentia? These vasa efferentia, they carry the sperms which are developed in the seminiferous tubules. So, these seminiferous tubules, they have the function of production of sperms. So, sperms are produced here, that is the male gametes, and the sperms they are carried via this rete testis to the vasa efferentia. Now, see here, the third point is all these vasa efferentia, they open into a large duct, and this large very much long coiled duct, it is called as epididymis. See here, this reddish colored is vasa efferentia, the bluish colored structure is rete testis, and all these the black colored portion shown in this diagram, it is epididymis. Now, see here, vasa efferentia, they open into the epididymis. Epididymis, see here, it is differentiated into 3 parts. Okay. So, here the part of the epididymis which is present to the top of the testis, or you can say which is upper in position. So, this part of the epididymis, it is called as head of epididymis. So, it is also called as caput epididymis. Caput शब्द आलेला आहे. So, it is present at the top of the testis. So, upper side of the testis, so called as head of the epididymis. Now, this one, the middle portion of the epididymis is called as body of the epididymis, this one. So, this is also called as carpus epididymis, and the last one is tail of the epididymis. So, this part is tail of the epididymis. It is also called as cauda epididymis. So, in this way the epididymis it is differentiated into 3 parts. Okay. So, accessory duct मध्ये पहिली रेटिटेस्टिस झाला, मग वासा इफ्रेन्शिया आणि नंतर आहे epididymis. नंतर चौथा पार्ट आहे vas deferens. Now see here suppose this is the tail of the epididymis here. Now this tail of the epididymis, or you can say now epididymis, this epididymis leads into the next accessory duct, and that is called as vas deferens. So this is the vas deferens. Okay. Vas deferens. Now you can observe in the figure vas deferens here, it ascends म्हणजे वरती चढणारी आहे, and it enters into the abdominal cavity. It enters in the abdominal cavity. So see here, now here. So all this structure, it is present in the testis, both the testis. Okay. Now see here, this epididymis is there. Okay. This is the epididymis, head of the epididymis. This is the body of the epididymis, here is the tail of the epididymis, and now here the epididymis it leads into the vas deferens. So this ascending tube is called as vas deferens. Okay student. Now see here this one is urinary bladder. तुम्हाला जेव्हा हा डायग्राम काढायचा ना त्यावेळेस आधी हा युरिनरी ब्लॅडर काढून घ्यायचा, युरिनरी ब्लॅडर काढल्यानंतर खाली पूर्णपणे हा युरेथ्रा काढून घ्यायचा, युरिनरी ब्लॅडरच्या खाली प्रोस्टेट ग्लँड काढायची, त्याच्या खाली मग कॉर्पस ग्लँड काढायचे, आणि युरेथ्राच्या बाजूला हा पेनिस काढल्यानंतर हे 2 टेस्टिस काढून घ्यायचे, आणि टेस्टिस पासून मग इकडे वर जाणारे दोन्ही बाजूला काय दाखवायचे, vas deferens दाखवायचे. ठीक आहे. आता या ठिकाणी बघा, this vas deferens, see this vas deferens, it travels to the abdominal cavity, it travels to the abdominal cavity. Now see here, these two are ureters. We know that ureters they are coming from the kidney. इकडे kidney असतो वरच्या बाजूला. So this ureters, and this is the urinary bladder. You know that the function of the urinary bladder is to store the urine actually. So what happens, this vas deferens it loops over, म्हणजे याला ती वळसा घालून येते. कशाला वळसा घालते ती, युरेटरला. So this vas deferens it loops over the ureter. Okay, and then it opens into the urethra. हा जो मधला मार्ग आहे ना हा आहे युरेथ्राचा. It opens in the urethra. But what happens, before it opens in the urethra, see here, it joins with the duct of seminal vesicle. Now I also told you that there are 3 types of the glands associated with the male reproductive system. त्याच्यामधलं पहिलं नाव आपण लिहिलेलं आहे seminal vesicle. So these are seminal vesicles, means there is a pair of seminal vesicle. ही तर रेडिश कलरने जे दाखवलेले आहेत आपण ते. आता ही त्याची डक्ट आहे, डक्ट म्हणजे नलिका. सिमायनल व्हेसलची नलिका ही इकडनं आलेली आहे, तिला वरतून येणारा व्हास डेफरन्स काय झाला, जॉईन झाला. इथं वाय आकार तयार झाला ना, इकडे पण वाय आकार तयार झाला, इकडे पण तयार झाला. आता व्हास डेफरन्स joins with the duct of the seminal vesicle. Okay, and there is formation of a common duct. या दोन्ही डक्टची मिळून एक डक्ट इकडे एक तयार झाली, इकडे ह्या दोन्हीची मिळून एक इथे कॉमन डक्ट तयार झाली, आणि ही जे डक्ट आहेत ना याला म्हणतात इजॅक्युलेटरी डक्ट. ओके, सो इजॅक्युलेटरी डक्ट इज फॉर्म्ड बाय द युनियन ऑफ seminal vesicle, that is the duct of seminal vesicle with the vas deferens. खालून आली जी vas deferens आहे. In this way now ejaculatory duct passes through the prostate gland. ठीक आहे, तर seminal vesicle ही ग्लँडची पहिली जोडी आहे, आणि प्रोस्टेट ग्लँड सिंगल आहे. ॲक्च्युली अ सिंगल प्रोस्टेट ग्लँड इज प्रेझेंट विच सराउंड्स द युरेथ्रा. सिंगलच आहे, इट सराउंड्स द युरेथ्रा, and through this prostate gland now runs the ejaculatory duct. Okay, now this ejaculatory duct opens into the urethra. It opens into the urethra. Okay, so this is the urethra, and the urethra opens to the exterior by an opening, and that opening is called as urethral orifice. किंवा orifice या शब्दाचा अर्थच ओपनिंग असा होतो. सो urethral orifice is there, and actually you can observe in the diagram this urethra it passes through the penis. So, penis, it is a external genitalia. It is external genitalia, that is genital organ of the male reproductive system. Similarly, here the scrotum is also external genitalia of the male reproductive system. So, remember scrotum and penis, these are external genitalia and all these are the internal genitalia. हा diagram समजला तुम्हाला? Now, here just below the prostate gland there is a pair of Cowper's gland. It is also called as bulbourethral gland. So, two Cowper's glands are there. They are small in size and they are pea-shaped structure. छोटे आहे. प्रोस्टेट ग्लँड ही लार्ज आहे आणि ती एकच आहे. हे दोन आहेत, पेयर आहेत. याचा हा एक पेयर आहे, याचा पण पेयर आहे आणि प्रोस्टेट ग्लँड आहे. ओके स्टुडंट. सो दिस इज अबाउट द मेल reproductive system and this is about the longitudinal section of the testes. Okay. Now see here, up to this I had told you, up to the inguinal canal. Now see students, important points. Now just like revision. So accessory ducts, rete testes. So what are rete testes? All the seminiferous tubules at the posterior surface, no doubt of the testes, form a network or a reticulum of the tubules. ट्यूब च्या पेक्षा छोटे असल्या आकाराने त्याला ट्यूब्युल्स म्हणतात, म्हणजे कॉल्ड एज रेटे टेस्टिस. ओके. नाउ व्हासा इफ्रेन्शिया. सो 12 to 20 फाइन ट्यूब्युल्स अरायझिंग फ्रॉम द रेटे टेस्टिस. रेटे टेस्टिस पासून ते तयार होतात. 12 ते 20 संख्येने असतात. दीज आर कॉल्ड एज व्हासा इफ्रेन्शिया. नाउ इपिडिडायमिस, जस्ट नाउ आय हॅव टोल्ड दॅट इट इज अ लॉंग कॉइल्ड ट्यूब. कॉइल्ड म्हणजे पीळ असणार आहे, त्याच्यात खूप पीळ आहे. Vasa efferentia carry the sperms and open into the epididymis. Now, if you remember, I have told you that epididymis is differentiated into three parts. The upper part, it is called as caput or head of the epididymis. The middle part is called as corpus or body of the epididymis. Lower part is called as cauda. आता cauda या शब्दाचा अर्थ टेल असा होतो. cauda म्हणजेच tail of the epididymis. Now the next accessory duct is vas deferens. Now we know that epididymis, it leads into vas deferens and this vas deferens travels up to the abdominal cavity. आता बघा vas deferens जी ना ही खाली आहे, ते स्क्रॉटम मध्ये टेस्टिस असल्यामुळे खाली आहे. You know that scrotum is suspended below the abdominal cavity. So here it ascends, खालून वर जाते ना, म्हणून त्याला ascend शब्द म्हटलेला आहे. So vas deferens ascends and loops over, त्याला ureterला ती वळसा घालते की नाही. So loops over the ureter and it open in the urethra. Okay. Now before it opens in the urethra, the vas deferens, that हा शब्द vas deferens साठी आलेला इथे. So it joins with duct of seminal vesicle to form the ejaculatory duct. Okay. So here suppose this is vas deferens, इकडून आलेली आहे, इकडे हा seminal vesicle आहे. तर seminal vesicle ची ही duct आणि vas deferens ची ही duct एकत्र आली आणि ejaculatory duct तयार झाला आणि मग हा ejaculatory duct कशामध्ये ओपन होतो? युरेथ्रा मध्ये. So thus ejaculatory duct is the second accessory duct. It passes through the prostate gland. And now the last part is urethra. So urethra is very long. In case of male, actually in the male, urethra is a common passage. Common म्हणजे सामायिक आहे. Common passage कशासाठी? For urine and semen. हे लक्षात ठेवा. तर याच्याद्वारे युरिन पण वाहून नेलं जातं आणि सीमन सुद्धा दोन्ही वाहून नेलं जातं. कॉमन पॅसेज आहे म्हणून युरेथ्राला म्हणतात युरिनोजेनायटल डक्ट. युरिनो फॉर युरिन आणि जेनायटल फॉर रिप्रोडक्टिव्ह फ्लुइड, दॅट इज द सीमन. युरिन प्लस सीमन दोन्हीचा तो पॅसेज आहे म्हणून त्याला म्हटलेलं आहे कॉमन पॅसेजला युरिनोजेनायटल डक्ट. ओके. नाउ द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, दिस युरेथ्रा ओपन्स टू द एक्सटेरियर बाय युरेथ्रल ऑरिफिस. ऑरिफिस म्हणजे ओपनिंग आहे, त्याच्या साईने तो बाहेरच्या दिशेने उघडतो. Now the third part is that is the glands associated with the male reproductive system. See here, three types of the glands I have told you in the last period. Seminal vesicles, they are paired, they secrete the seminal fluid, alkaline in nature, it contains fructose. See here, this fructose actually provide energy to the sperm. Fibrinogen is there to coagulate the semen, and prostaglandin. So, these three fructose, fibrinogen and prostaglandin, these are present in the seminal fluid. Second one is single prostate gland. It is large in size and it secretes prostatic fluid which is milky, it is acidic in nature, and here actually it constitutes 30% of the semen, and here seminal vesicles, they constitute 60% of the total urine. And the third glands are Cowper's gland or bulbourethral gland. No doubt they are paired, they are small in size, they are pea shaped, they secrete the alkaline fluid which is viscous. Viscous म्हणजे मधासारखं आहे, विषंदी आहे ते फ्लुइड आणि लुब्रिकंट आहे. ओके, आणि ह्या तीनही ग्लँड्सचं जे सिक्रेशन एकत्र केल्यानंतर जे तयार होतं त्याला म्हणायचं सीमन. आणि सीमनमध्ये ह्या तिघांचं सिक्रेशन किंवा फ्लुइड तर आहेच, प्लस त्याच्यामध्ये स्पर्म्स पण असतात. तर या सगळ्यांचं एकत्रित कलेक्शन त्याला म्हणायचं सीमन, ज्याला मराठीमध्ये वीर्य म्हणतो आपण. ओके, सीमन कसं आहे, अल्कलाइन आहे, विस्कस आहे, मिल्की फ्लुइड आहे आणि त्याचा pH जो आहे अल्कलाइन असल्यामुळे तो 7 पेक्षा जास्त आहे, म्हणजे 7.2 to 7.7. So thus the semen is alkaline in nature. Okay student, so this is about the male reproductive system. And here see, this part is very important. So LAQ may be asked on this topic. So study well and draw the diagram. So you can refer the textbook students and try to draw the diagram of the male reproductive system as well as the longitudinal section of the testes. So here this diagram, it is also important, there may be a question, sketch and label the longitudinal section of the testes. Okay. In the next period we will study about the histological structure and gametogenesis.